Good evening, Facebook land, all my Facebook neighbors out there, and welcome once again to Baxter Cribs' Facebook or live Facebook here on this Friday night, getting ready for the weekend tomorrow. I know many of you probably not even home at this point, but that's okay too. Maybe you'll see this tomorrow, and maybe you'll be ready tomorrow to get up and go out and do the exercise things that you'd like to do for your weekend time. And everybody's schedule might be different. You might not even exercise on the weekend, but I hope that you do. And that's what our subject is this evening, is talking about exercise, because we want to stay healthy. And many times people think, well, I work hard all week, I do this, I do that. On my job, I don't need any exercise. And I'm going to suggest to you that you really do. You might be keeping your weight down. You might be doing certain things that appear like you are doing exercises for your body. And there's no doubt you're burning calories and you're moving your stuff like that. But actual exercise for the body is a whole different ball game than just working. Because, see, in my day job, many times I spend all day moving lumber back and forth from a forklift to a thing, tightening bands, loading it on the truck, getting up and down the forklift, to the point that sometimes my legs are actually sore where I've gotten up and down so much, or pulled on this or pressed on that. But it's usually not from an exercise standpoint where you're deliberately causing the muscles for a short period of time, whether you're doing a high intensity workout or a slow cardio or whatever type you might be doing, that you're actually causing the single muscle or muscle group to work together to build up lactic acid and to burn the stuff out of it that is not necessary, but to break it down so it can repair itself and become stronger the next day or over the next 2 or 3 days, depending on what you did to it and the kind of nutrition that you feed it. But most of the time we have many weekend warriors, as what they are called many times, where people will exercise on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then through the week they won't do anything because you're very busy, you're working and doing this and taking care of family and all those life things that get in the way. And they don't really get in the way, they're just part of life that we really have to attend to at some point. And sometimes the exercise is actually taking our children out to the ball games that they've signed up for to get the exercise in their life, and we don't want them to miss out on that. But yet we won't do any for ourselves. We'll go there and sit on the bleachers and watch them, and sometimes we even lean back in that thing and get comfortable, and before you know it, you're done dozed off because you are tired. But anyway, so the subject for tonight, as I said here, I got here on the board, and as you see on the description of my thing, is exercise decisions. And we used that last night, but in a different way, of exercising your decision making to get something done in your business. But tonight we want to use that in an idea of making decisions for your exercising schedule, and that is that you want to be able to create a workout schedule. And really the optimal idea is to be able to do some kind of exercise at least 6 days a week. And the reason for that is it gets your body used to it. Your body wants to exercise 6 days a week and 7, and sometimes you can actually push it too far because we get this mindset going on about exercise, and that's where you hear the word overtraining comes in, is that many times people get involved in doing that, and they don't take care of the right things nutrition-wise, and they begin to get in this overtraining state, and they become depressed and blah, blah, blah. I said blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things that happen when you move into an overtraining atmosphere of your body. So my suggestion is, if you can do such a thing, would be 30 to 45 minutes every day, and sometimes not even that long, if you're going to make the intensity of it in a high rate, what they call a high intensity training. And that's simply putting forth a lot of effort really quick, taking you a short break, not necessarily breaking all the way down to nothing, but slowing down to your heart rate slows down to a certain level, and then you jump back on and do some more. And that allows you to pack a lot of exercises in real quick, and it gives you the same benefit in a very short period of time. And so That depends on what you want, what age you are, what condition you're in, what you can stand. There's a lot of variables out there, but the idea is for this series tonight, or for this lesson tonight, Facebook Live tonight, is to talk about scheduling a workout time for yourself through the week and being able to stick to that so you have consistency, because when you get consistency in your work life, in your workout life, it becomes a habit. And if you miss a day, then you go, okay, I got to get right back on that. Because if it's not a habit, if it's not a daily mode of operation, then you tend to not do it, and you end up back in the weekend trying to catch everything up, and really that's not good, but that's better than nothing at all. So let's talk about this just a little bit here. As I said, excuse me, we want to be able to schedule us a workout. And that is sit down and write that into our calendar, our book, whatever, that says this is my time, because nobody can exercise for you. Nobody can eat for you. So these are things that you got to put into your own life in order to be healthy, to enjoy the other parts of your life with the people that you enjoy. Like I started to say a while ago, I had just read an article a while ago about how a man became infatuated with working out. I mean, to the degree that he ended up into overtraining. He's trying to be perfection at that, keeping his body fat down too low, too long. The diet was wrong. He ended in depression, and he took a little while before he realized, after he had lost stuff from that he was doing things wrong, changed a few things with the help of some others, and then got back on track. All his hormones got back in line, his attitude corrected, and he was able to move on without any kind of treatments that are out there medicine-wise. And that's what you want to do. You don't. This is the point of exercise, is to stay away from medicines that are man-made. So many side effects and stuff. You do not want them in your life, if at all you can help that. So let us learn how to schedule a workout. I used to get up, I still get up at 4:30 in the morning, but I used to get up and I had my stuff in my backyard. I would go out there, turn my light on, and I would do my workout every single morning and be through by 5:30. And then I would get my shower and continue on through the day. And I still have a workout schedule. I have been doing this for many, many, many years. And so, it's beneficial to you, I assure you, to do that. Okay, but anyway, you want to try to schedule 6 days a week. You want to rest 1 day a week. Give yourself some time off. Allow the body to recuperate. You know, I mean, even the scriptures teach you that. Have 1 day of rest. And this idea here, you might put a lot of things on that 1 day so that you just sit down and do nothing and just let your body recuperate and rebuild itself. And recreation, if you think about that, break that word down, recreate, that's the idea, by having this here, taking that one rest day. So that is as important. That is like having 8 hours of sleep at the end of your day. This is what that is. So there's several things that we can talk about now. And again, depending upon your condition, your goals in life, the time you have, the availability, so forth. So if you're going to do it 6 days a week, and there are many people who recommend this way here, is that you want to start out and you want to choose some of these things that's going to go on and do them every day. Now, you have to allow the change of these things every day, because if you do the chest one day, you can't do the chest the next day, or you should not. There are certain very limited circumstances to work the same muscle the next day. But most of the time, if you're going to work it, if you work your chest one day, you don't want to work it the next day. It's going to be oversore, and you're going to overwork it and become injured if you're not very careful. So let's just say you're assuming a 6-day thing. On the first day, you might want to do a sports of some sort, whether it be tennis, basketball, wrestling, that kind of thing, or a skill sport. You know, a lot of times many people just want some kind of cardio or some sprinting. It just depends on what you like. There's many, many different things you can do. It might even just simply be body weight exercises on this one day. The next day, if you're going to use weights, I suggest you be very careful. Weights are very good. They produce results very quickly. You just have to be careful with them and not overdo it, because they are they are effective to that degree, to the point they can really do over with you. If you work your chest, you know, some bench presses, some flies, some whatever it might be, 3 to 5 sets, 6 sets, something like that. You might throw some dips in there. It depends on how you do those things. The next day you want to work your back, you know, and do the same thing. You got 4 or 5 exercises you can do, or 2 or 3, whatever depends. And your arms on the next day, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the, and then the 5th day you might want to work your legs, and that'll be a very tiring day, I assure you. And then on the 6th day you might do some cardio again of some sort on the treadmill. It's better to get outside if you can. Find you a track, run around it, do some walking, whatever it might be, some sprinting and walk light pole, sprint and walk light pole, you know, that kind of thing. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. If that's not suitable to you to do it in this fashion here, there's other choices that people have, and that is that you can do upper body one day, lower body next day, cardio 3rd day, and your abs on the same day, and then repeat that for the next 3 days. That will give you 6 days. And again, it doesn't have to be a tremendous amount. If you increase the intensity, and there's different ways to do that, you can have that system as well. Some other people like to suggest that you do your push exercises. And push meaning you push up for a bench press. Pull exercises are you got your latissimus dorsi or your back muscles, you're pulling to it. Arms are pull, back of arms are push, shoulders up are push. And so that's the idea, is that there's a push-pull in every motion of your body. There's an actor and a pull back. That's why this here it pulls, and the tricep pushes out. And so you have the same features, and your legs same way, your biceps in the back on it, quadriceps in the front. So you have to learn those things and then put those things into action. And then one of my real favorites here, because of what I've done and learned to do, is I do all body weight exercises. And I say all body weight, mostly body weight. I do use dumbbells on occasion now, and kettlebells are very useful for me. And I even found a medicine ball, a 30-pound medicine ball the other day for about 25 bucks, and I've added that into my routine a couple of times a week, and that's very powerful as well. But you notice it's not a lot of weight, but you can stay healthy, stay in shape, you know, keep your fat down kind of things. And so the circuit training there, and we've talked about that in other videos, where you can do short circuits, like four circuits in four body parts in a circle. You can do your whole body part. If I go down to the track like I know I will tomorrow, I will do 11 stations, a full body workout for 4 rounds. It'll take probably almost an hour to do all that. And that's really, I really love doing that. But through the week, I don't spend that much time down there. And unless I get a little extra time along the long, I'll go down to 2 or 3 rounds at it. That way I'm not working myself to death at it. But I'm still staying in shape. Okay, and that's the idea, is you're making the body work in a specific way, that you're breaking down the cells, and then you're rebuilding. They rebuild themselves, which then comes to the next part. We're doing all this here. All of this is tear down stuff, okay? The next step you got to do is pay attention to the stuff that you eat before you go work out and what you eat after your workout. And there are many different items out there, many different tastes. You have to acquire taste, and you have to acquire time, and you have to acquire the products that you find will work for you and that you don't have reactions to. I personally prefer to have the organic stuff that you can take beforehand, your amino acids, particularly one I've mentioned before, an amino 23, that you can take, and in 23 minutes you have basically used all of that into the muscle cells. There's some creatine you can use. There is a lot of the green energy you can drink in a shake before you eat, and then within before you exercise. And that's usually somewhere in an hour in that ballpark there. And you don't want, because you don't want to be full when you're working out. You want it to be in there for energy. And so if you use these things in a shake form, rather than a whole food, as in sit down and eat a meal. If you're going to do that, do an hour and a half or so before. But if you're going to mix your shake up, within an hour to 45 minutes before you work out, and within 30 minutes after you work out, would indeed then feed the muscles so they can start repairing themselves. Because if you've worked out with the intensity that you need, it's going to need that stuff back very soon. And you don't want it pulling from your muscles. You want it pulling from the nutrition you put in your body at the proper time, so that the muscle does not have to, or the body does not scavenge the muscles trying to repair itself. So, my friends, that's it for this evening. Tomorrow, like I said, is going to be a great day. We need to get out there, enjoy life, do some exercise for the benefits of your heart and your body, yourself first of all, and the family that you love and want to be with, and be healthy. Plan to live 100 years, as we talked about before. Get your spirituality right, your health right, work on your wealth, and enjoy life. My friends, if you found this valuable, leave a comment below, share it with somebody you enjoy. Come visit me at my blog. Drop me an instant message on there that we might make some contact if you'd like some more information. There's a lot of things that we could talk about and to get you going with some very good products for you that will be health-wise for you and would help take the place of stuff that you might be eating right now that is really unhealthy for you, and usually that comes from the center of the grocery store, and you don't want to eat that. My friends, have a good night and enjoy your weekend. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.